That's not artificial intelligence. That's actual stupidity. That's actual ignorance, which also is AI. Question of the day: can we rely on artificial intelligence to create the perfect human diet for us and follow it with confidence? The short answer is, are you crazy? No, no way. Now, I'm tempted right here to just say, take the rest of the day off and eat meat. But that blanket condemnation, fear and distrust, knowledge of where it came from, and all things artificial intelligence. In fact, even the name, artificial intelligence, give me real, genuine intelligence, would you please? We have enough artificial stuff in this world. Once again, we are being conned and we are being led. Only this time, my friends, the stakes are higher. Shades of all those dystopian movies like The Terminator, Rise of the Machines, killer robots, killer robot dogs, for God's sakes, killer robot mice, all acting as they are programmed. We make them faster and stronger than us. And knowing people in this world who have never failed to find a way to turn anything that might have some promise for good into a nefarious means to enrich themselves and gain more power, for us to think that this technology will not be weaponized is folly. And once it's weaponized, we're done. What's this got to do with diet? I guess, in a way, this is a rant trying to inspire us to view this and allow it to happen with caution. I'm not the only guy. A lot of people think this way. Many people are trying to get legislation to limit the power of these things. Since when have we ever been able to limit the development of weapons? Never. This came up today because one of my viewers sent me an email and it had in it a perfect carnivore diet from him, developed by Grok 4, Elon Musk's new, most powerful, super artificial intelligence. And wanted me to review it and read it and give him my advice. I basically told him, no, I'm sorry, but I don't have time to do that, and I'm not going to argue with the results of a computer. So I went on to Google, and just to see what Google's AI thought of it, I typed the question, what's the best diet for humans? And no surprise to me, I got the company line, the common narrative, the conventional wisdom, things that everybody knows. Plenty of healthy fruits and vegetables and healthy whole grains, and for God's sakes, avoid saturated fats, trans fats. Eat only small portions of lean meat, chicken, fish. Didn't even use the word beef anywhere in it. And then a second point of saying that you must eat only healthy fats and define those as being from plants only. Olive oil, avocado oil, nuts, and seeds. Let me get this straight. Seed oils are defined by Google as healthy fats. So all of this monstrous repository of data is nothing more than the total of everything on the internet, of which I would say 90% is wrong. So that's the best we can expect from this artificial intelligence. And we can't give it any power because that's just scary. and dystopian. But should we take advice from any of this AI? Should we believe any of its answers? Is it really thinking? Is it sentient? Can it reason? Does it have compassion? Is it imbued with a sense of realism? Not yet. Someday it might be, but whose realism? Whose compassion? Whose morals? We already have that. We already have that with every religion in the world claiming to be superior for all these reasons. And yet, look at the travesties that have happened to the human race over time in the name of religion. Terrorism has resulted in the name of religion. Will this AI become a new god if it gets smart enough? Why not? Everything else always does. How do you gauge intention? I mean, this is a sad example of turning an ill-conceived concept over to a machine, whether it's a machine made up of mechanical parts and computers, or a political machine, or a military machine made up of people who just follow orders with no thought, scared to go against them. And I hate to use this as an example, but this is what happened with Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler decided that his race, not even his race personally, but the Aryan race, was the only race that was good enough to survive and inherit the earth. And he went about erasing what he figured were inferior races. And he killed tens of millions of people. He had a machine working according to his programming. That machine was the entire German army at the time. What difference does it make what machine gets programmed? It's the programmers that are running it. And artificial intelligence is developed by computer programmers, most of whom are young and fully unaware at this time of the tremendous capability that they're giving this stuff. And along with the development of the AIs are the developments in robotics. And the two are coming together. Even the robot vacuum cleaner that you buy to move around your house is advertised as with AI. Your slow cookers and your air fryers now have AI. Everything has AI. It's another marketing gimmick like everything else. It's like selling protein to people. It's the buzzword of the day and everybody's latched onto it. It is out of control and we can't do anything about it except ignore it. And that's what I've decided to do for myself. I don't want to hear about what AI says. I don't want to hear about what AI knows. I don't want to hear about anything that's AI. I can't stop it, but I am not going to let it AI me into submission and become an AI sheep roaming an AI pasture. My very actions and lifestyle dictated by some machine programmed by an 18-year-old who would rather be home playing computer games. It's ridiculous. It's scary. And the last thing I think AI should be doing is predicting our menus, because AI can be steered. It can be maneuvered by asking the proper questions. So I asked Google, what's the best diet for humans? And of course, it went into his database. 99% of his database is propaganda, and it happily spewed that same propaganda back for me. not thinking, not aware of the carnivore movement. Now, way down in a database, buried somewhere, under tons and tons and tons of propaganda, is all the stuff we're putting out into the world. And if you ask it just right, it can eventually find that. But if it doesn't have the smarts, at this point, when you ask it that question, to analyze all of the recent discoveries of the past year or two and try to factor them into the answer, it's the same old propaganda that we've been getting ever since Ansel Keys walked the face of the earth. And it hasn't changed today. And that's what you get from artificial intelligence. So then you could say, for example, okay, Grok 4, give me the same question, but eliminate meat. Eliminate all plants and sugars. So here I've asked it, what's the best diet for humans containing no plants or sugars? Now, I tried this about 5 times. One of those 5 times, it came up and basically told me about the carnivore diet, and then it had 2 pages of reasons why I should not do it, showing its bias. The other 4 or 5 times I tried it, he came up with this. This is what AI thinks about the carnivore diet. Now, I know it knows about the carnivore diet because occasionally I get an answer, and when I search on it, I will finally get down to that carnivore diet information. But when I ask it to think, this is what I get. If your goal is a diet completely free of plants and sugars, it's important to understand the potential health implications of such an approach. This type of diet would be extremely restrictive and may not provide all the essential nutrients your body needs. The information provided suggests that diets eliminating all carbs, especially including fruits and vegetables, can lead to nutrient deficiencies and potential health risks. Now, you and I, after years of doing exactly that, after thousands and thousands and thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of stories of people who did exactly that and cured everything and got healthier than they ever have been, we know that that is blatantly false. We know that's a lie. We know that it is a result of the fact that the propaganda that these artificial intelligences use to draw their data from is mostly propaganda. And then they go on to tell you here's why. And it goes on with page after page after page of reasons why you need to see your doctor, eat sugar, eat plants, and take drugs. My friends, this is what you're getting. Do not fall for this. Back to you, Mitch. So it can do that. It knows what a plant is. It knows what its sugar is. So it gives you back a new diet. And this time it's going to probably be a meat-heavy diet. And then you would say, I want my diet to be 2,000 calories a day. Well, it can figure that out too. So it tells you, okay, eat this much of this meat and this much of that meat. Well, I'd rather weigh my diet a little heavier towards beef. Okay, and another diet comes out. Then it says, we'll give you a little more beef. Anything else, master? And you say, well, I want to intermittent fast for 20 hours a day. So can you recommend the timing of this diet? And eventually, with all these questions that keep steering it, it will tell you exactly what you are wanting to hear. It will give you the diet that you specified. Not that it wants. It wants you to eat plants and fruits and vegetables. Avoid saturated fat and trans fats. It lumps the two of them together. Trans fats are the most unhealthy fats. Saturated fats are essential, necessary fats with which you can't live without. How can they lump them into the same category? That's not artificial intelligence. That's actual stupidity. That's actual ignorance, which also is AI. Maybe AI really means actual ignorance. It's just a parrot. It gives you back what you want. Do not think it knows anything. It can just do things a lot faster than you can. It may take you 6 months of research on the internet to come up with the conclusion that this computer came up with in a tenth of a second. But it's all based on the same information, and it will be the same answer, depending on how you ask the question. Magicians and fortune tellers have been doing this since the beginning of time. Don't fall for AI. And stay away from it if you can. Exercise your own brain. Think about things. Come to your own conclusions. Don't look for artificial intelligence. Use actual intelligence. Your brain. I like the fact that AI also stands for artificial ignorance. You name it. Everything applies except the word intelligence. Intelligence denotes the ability to think and reason. And at least for the next year, hopefully not less than that, that will still be a uniquely human ability. Anyway, that's my opinion and where I stand on the subject, unless something changes my mind. But I doubt it will. So take the rest of the day off, my friends. Eat meat and think for yourself.